Hello, welcome to Electrical Innovations. This is our YouTube channel, and on this channel I try and answer as many questions as I can that we've had about our jobs, the work we do and general electrical work. The idea with this is if I can help a customer by showing them a video we've already done, it might help them make up their mind to use us for electrical work, or it might just fix a problem they've got without even having to ring us. So quite often we'll have phone calls where people get on the phone and just want to know some easy questions. And I've decided that I'm going to make a list of all those questions and do a video about them. So in this video is one of the most common ones we get when it comes to smart doorbells. So we install Ring, we install Nest, and we quite often get asked which one's better. So I'm going to run through my 5 top tips for choosing the difference between the two and how I recommend to our customers which ones they should go for. So the first tip I'm going to talk about is basically choosing the design of the doorbell that you like. So Nest make one doorbell. They make the Nest, well, it's the Google now, I guess. So it's the Google Nest Hello. Ring, on the other hand, make about 1,000. Maybe not that many, but we've got the basic Ring, the original one. We've got the Ring Doorbell 2, which has now been upgraded to the Doorbell 3. We've also got the Ring Pro, which now comes in 2 different versions. You get the Ring Pro with a hardwired plug top, which you just run a cable into the doorbell, and you get a Ring Pro where you have to put a transformer on. It's basically the same doorbell, but they are different packaging. They do the Ring Elite, which is kind of like a more professional grade version, and you run it over power over Ethernet. So you run in a Cat5 cable from a PowerPoint injector somewhere straight to your doorbell, which is great because it doesn't use Wi-Fi. It relies on that data connection straight to your router. And I think that's about it. Oh no, you've got the doorbell camera as well for the peephole on your front door. So quite a few, and there's quite a few options there. So when it comes to choosing the designs, I would say this is quite important. It's less important than some of the other things, which you might think counterintuitive, but how it looks is quite important. So if you really like the look of the Nest one, which I think is better than the Ring one, then go for the Nest one, by all means. When it comes to the Ring ones, I like the Pro because it's the most slimline version. It's a narrower fit. So sometimes you can find you want it to go on a piece of your double glazing on your door, and you've only got a certain amount of width to play with. So the Pro, because it doesn't come with a separate battery in there, it's a lot thinner. So you've got your Ring 1 and your 2, which are quite thick, and your 3 as well. And that Pro is a lot more slimline. It's almost half the size. So first one, what does it look like on the front of the property? So the second point, and going back to these Ring batteries, is do you need it to be battery operated only? Now, ideally, you want it powered. You want a cable there to provide power so it's most reliable. You can also then use a mechanical chime. So if you've got a mechanical chime in already, it's really handy. So if you don't have wiring in place currently and you want to add one of these doorbells, they've either got to be wired or completely wireless, including the battery. Now, if you don't have a problem changing the battery every few months or month or two, then go for a battery one. You could do that yourself. You don't really need an electrician unless you want us to just come and set it up for you, which we can do by all means. But if you want no cables at all, you don't want to have to get a cable up to your nice double glazed front door, or if you've got one of those doors where it's like a double width, your door's in the middle, you've got glass panels both sides, you want the doorbell in the center so it's easily seen at the front door, but you don't want to get a cable up that double glazing, the battery version of the Ring is probably what you're going to want to go for, which leads you to either the Ring 2 or the Ring 3. So that's the second choice. It's like, do you want a battery version or are you cool with wiring? So once you've established that, you want, battery. If you want battery only, you are going for Ring. If you want wired, you get to choose between the two. Then you've decided on the look of them. You're not sure. The next one I always ask is, do you already have any smart home products? So do you have Alexa at home? Do you have a Google Home system? If you have either of these, then there's a chance that might lead you down one of the paths. Not always, because we've got Alexa at home, but I've got a Google Nest doorbell on the front door because I prefer the look of it. Now, the Google Nest system works with the Google Home environment, and the Ring system is owned by Amazon and then works with Alexa. So when you've got an Alexa screen, you can say things like, Alexa, show me who's at the front door, and your Ring will display. But Google won't do that. Google will not show you the Ring on the Google screen. So if you've got Google Hubs at home, you're going to want the Google Nest doorbell. So they're the sort of things you need to be thinking about when you're getting down the path of what sort of doorbell do I want and how am I going to choose what I'm going to go for. So the other one to think about is price. Now, it's not a big difference, but it can be. So the Google Nest is $229-ish because there's always a sale, as we know. This weekend, or last weekend, I guess, as I was recording, they were £150 at Screwfix. So we bought a few in stock to keep stock. But the Ring versions have got a wide range. So if you want to get in with a doorbell pretty cheap, up and running, you can just buy the single Ring 1 doorbell for less than £100. It's battery powered, it goes on your door, you're good to go. That's all you need. So if budget's a concern, and that's your fourth point, if budget's a concern, then that's how you can pick between the two. The Nest is the premium end. The Ring has got an option all up that price range. So the final point I would say on both of these is just what are you planning for the future of your system and what would you like? So if you know that you just want a doorbell and nothing else, then you can pick up these doorbells and pick the one you want and you're well away. But if you know that at some point you want some indoor cameras, you want some outdoor cameras, different things like that, that's the point where I would sit and look at the product range for both Nest and Ring, see what you quite fancy and see if there's anything else down the line that you might want to look at. Now, the Ring Pro doesn't work with a mechanical chime, so you're going to have a wireless chime of some sort. Now, you can buy the Nest wireless chime, or you can use the Alexa speaker system. The Nest, on the other hand, does work with a mechanical chime and an electric chime, so you can wire that in. You don't have to use the Google system to make the ding dong sound inside, or just rely on your app. So there's some initial things like, oh, have I got a speaker? Would I like a speaker? Which one did I like? So you can look at the wider product range and just see what you think there and make your choices. So they're my 5 tips on which one to choose, which is best. Overall, in summary, what I'd say is start with, have you got Alexa in the house already, or have you got Google? If you've got a load of Alexa, just get Ring. Don't even consider getting the Google one. It's as simple as that. If you've got Alexa screens in every room, you're going to want the Ring doorbells. If you are all in on Google, if you've got a Google phone and all the rest, you've got a Google thermostat on the wall, it's nice to have it all in the same app, so get the Nest. Saying that, if you don't want doorbell wiring, get the Ring, because you can choose to have a battery only, and then just take things from there. The rest of it, you can soon swap and change smart home systems. You don't have to stick to the same brand. You can get apps like the Smart Thing Hub from Samsung that draws it all in. You can get higher control systems that draw it all in as well. Or you can just use your voice assistant to pull in as much as you can. You can even have 2. Like we've got Sonos, which has got Alexa built in, but we've got the Google Hub Max in the living room as well. So we've got Alexa and Google in the living room together. Or you've got things like Siri that work with both. So you've got lots of options there. But for me, I like the Google one. I'm a big fan of it. I think the build quality is better. I think the look of it on your door is better. And I think the integration with Nest Thermostat and the Google Home is really nice. So, okay, that's all from me. They're my recommendations. If you need any of these devices fitting, feel free to give us a call. We're based in Derby. We cover all the surrounding areas. Our phone number is 07909 833 076. You can find us all on social media channels at ElecIn, and our website is elec-in.co.uk, where you can contact us and get a free quote. If you've enjoyed the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, post a comment below if you have any questions, and I'll see you on the next video.